Welcome to Rapid Football News. This is I watched the game against Leicester and Manchester United last night, and it was one of those games where I think both sides. Man United tried hard. Leicester City defensively weren't too bad, but I didn't feel that either team were really on top of their game last night. Manchester United were a lot better than they had been previously, and I think they were certainly hitting a run of form. Anthony, of course, has signed, and I think he will add another dimension to the squad. But Leicester City, for me, is a bit of a concern. Brendan Rodgers said in the interview after the game that he doesn't feel that the club have done enough in terms of strengthening the squad over this transfer window. And I would have to agree. I think that, they've let a couple of players go, maybe because of financial reasons. The chairman said in the magazine that they have to be careful. They have to try and be balanced and weigh up the finances of the club, which is fair enough. You don't want the club to go into administration. You don't want the club to fail. But from a football type point of view, I think Leicester are going to struggle. I really do. I mean, Jamie Vardy didn't really have a great effect on the game yesterday. And, Manchester United were defending really quite well. Harry Maguire wasn't in the team, so wasn't on the pitch, so I think that helped a huge amount. Would like to have seen more from Ronaldo. I'm wondering whether Ten Hag is using him as a super sub, not playing him for the whole game, but bringing him on when the opposition starts to tire so that he can work his magic and maybe score a couple of goals late on in the game. I'm wondering whether that's his tactic now for Manchester United. But Leicester City, certainly, they're bottom of the table. And I know it's early in the season and there's plenty of football left to play, but it is a very big concern. And will Brendan Rodgers lose his job? I think it's possible. However, what would happen? If the chairman has said that there isn't any money, or that they've got to balance the books and they can't afford to spend big money on players, then what would a manager coming in do? All he'd be able to do is work with what he's got. And I think there's talent in that Leicester City team. There's definitely talent there. You've got Vardy and a number of other players who are very talented individuals. I think a lot of them have just gone off, have dropped in form recently. And that's the reason why it's happening. Hopefully, Brendan Rodgers will be able to turn it around and get a few points on the board. But, it was only a 1-0 defeat yesterday, so, it wasn't like they were thrashed completely. And I thought that there were some good sparks by Leicester City. They made a couple of good half chances, but didn't really. It was one of those things where, apart from that free kick that De Gea padded away, I don't think he had much to do really for the whole game. But then neither did the Leicester City keeper. So I think it was one of those, it was kind of cancelling itself out a little bit. But Leicester City fans, I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. Oh, and don't forget, if you want to see more opinion and news and stuff like that about football, don't forget to subscribe, because it really does help a huge amount, especially for a small YouTube channel such as myself. But Leicester City fans, let me know what you think. Do you believe that you can get yourselves out of this? And do you believe that Brendan Rodgers is the man to do it? Let me know down below.